2K dropped their cover athlete for NBA 2K24, and what better athlete to have than the legendary 24 himself, Kobe Bryant. We all know Kobe from the legendary Lakers teams, from Kobe and Shaq to Kobe and Pau Gasol, even some more unforgettable teams. Like, how did he even win with these teams? We also know that the Charlotte Hornets were actually the team that drafted Kobe on the 96 draft night. But what if he was never traded from the Hornets? Would he have still had a legendary career with the Hornets as he did with the Lakers? And in today's video, we're about to find out.
With the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania.
So in order to ensure we got Kobe Bryant with the #1 pick, we had to trade Larry Johnson and Kendall Gill. This is the whole point of the rebuild, the franchise, Kobe Bryant. This is all that matters. And now it's time to use free agency to build around him. Our point guard, we still got Muggsy. Kobe shooting guard with Del Curry as the sixth man probably. Johnny Newman at small forward. Power forward, it's going to be J.R. Reed, Gaddison. I'd probably trade this Joel Adams guy. I want to have realistic players on this team and limit as many created players as I possibly can. And the center, we have Theo Ratliff. For small forward, we're going to go after Reggie Williams. And for our backup center, I don't want to invest too much this early. Let's go with Hakeem Olajuwon as our center. He'll probably be a starter, actually. All right, so for Kobe's rookie year, this is what our lineup looks like. We've got Muggsy Bogues, Kobe, Reggie Williams, Kenny Gaddison, and Hakeem Olajuwon as the starting five. Del Curry is our sixth man with J.R. Reed following him. Let's just see how this first season goes. In Kobe's first year in the league, in the 96-97 season, Shaq wins MVP, AI wins Rookie of the Year, Juwan Howard, Sixth Man of the Year, Shaq Defensive Player of the Year, and Bryant Reeves is the most improved player. Kobe doesn't make an All-NBA team. That's okay, it's his first year, but he does make an All-NBA first team. Let's see what he's averaging in his first year. He's averaging 19.8 points per game, 2 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 1.2 steals, and 0.4 blocks. Not bad at 18 years old. We're the 8th seed. Let's see how this goes. The first game, we lose to Miami. The second game to Miami. And for the elimination, we're going to take it to the simulcast. We take a lead in the first quarter. They take it back in the second, and they are beating us in the third. And we do win game 3. Can they force a game 4? The first quarter, the Heat take a huge lead, but the Hornets fight back in the second. It's back and forth in the third, and the Hornets are close here in the fourth. Looks like Kobe will be eliminated in his first ever playoff series. He misses the second free throw, and the Hornets will be eliminated the first year of the playoffs. And it looks like the Miami Heat will win the championship with Calbert Cheaney as the finals MVP. This offseason, I'm thinking we rebuild, we unload Hakeem Olajuwon's contract, maybe for some draft assets. I don't know why I went and signed Hakeem. We should have been in rebuild mode. We do have the 7th overall pick though, so that could be huge. I'm not sure who's in this draft. I think it's led by Tim Duncan, but he's most likely going #1, so I'm not sure where we're going to end up. All right, so with the 1997 NBA draft, the Raptors take Tim Duncan. The Wizards take Tracy McGrady. The Rockets take Chauncey Billups. Thomas McMillan to the Warriors. Shannon Fox to the Bulls. The Lakers take Josh Rodman. The 7th pick, they take Philip Green. So our chances of getting an actual player here are very high. We're going to look. Keith Van Horn would not be a bad pick. Tim Thomas, the My Team legend, Tim Thomas himself. Let's see. Captain Jack, Steven Jackson. These are some really good choices. I think we go with Keith Van Horn here at small forward, though. I think that's the move. Tim Thomas definitely stretches the floor, but Keith Van Horn, you can't go. So it's one of these two. Keith Van Horn's a 77. He comes in and makes an immediate impact. I think that's the move. We're going to take Keith Van Horn with the 8th pick overall. Lewis Miller. We have pick 14 also. I'm not sure how we got that, but looks like we will be able to get Tim Thomas as well at 14. So we get Keith Van Horn and Tim Thomas. I think both are very good picks for us, and that is it. So that was a good draft because the best players are taking top 3, undeniable, Duncan, McGrady, Billups. Then the computer fumbles and they draft the created players all the way up until us. We take Keith Van Horn, then more created players all the way until our pick, and we take Tim Thomas. We got really lucky there. Let's see what free agency looks like. So Michael Jordan is an unrestricted free agent. John Stockton also unrestricted. Penny is restricted, sadly, so we can't go after him. We will have a lot of money though. Let's look at our roster and see where we're gonna go from here. No point guard. We could potentially re-sign Muggsy. Kobe, obviously the shooting guard. Small forward. We could move these two guys, make more money, and then have Keith Van Horn as our undisputed starter. Power forward, so far is Tim Thomas, and center is Hakeem Olajuwon. If we're gonna go after point guards, we could get a super old John Stockton. We could go for Kevin Johnson. I think this is the move. We're gonna go after Gary Payton. We do end up signing Gary Payton, so we've got Gary Payton, Kobe. We could move Reggie Williams and Johnny Newman and Hakeem if needed. So let's go ahead and try to move our small forwards so we can get Keith Van Horn as the starter. Okay, this is a very interesting trade right here. We move Reggie Williams and Johnny Newman for Jermaine O'Neal, who's only 18. I do like this, especially since we're rebuilding and he can learn from Hakeem Olajuwon. Plus we get the 98 first round pick. It looks like all we need now are just a bunch of backups. We do have money. We need a backup. We don't need anyone too good. Scott Skiles, I think, would be a great point guard to have as a backup. Shooting guard, we are going to go for, Allen Houston. We don't want anyone too good that would take minutes away from Kobe. Rex Chapman, we could go Del Curry. I think Del Curry is the move here. And for small forward, let's go Rick Fox. Go after Stacey King for the minimum. Kobe jumps up 5 points. Gary Payton degresses a little bit. Hakeem goes down 2. Del Curry, Scott Skiles all decrease. That's understandable. And Jermaine O'Neal is a 77 overall. So by the time Hakeem retires, Jermaine will be primed and ready to take his spot. I'm really loving how we're beginning this series already. We got some good draft picks, good free agent signings. Jason Kidd wins MVP of the 98 season. Tim Duncan, Rookie of the Year. D Brown, 6th Man of the Year. Shaquille O'Neal, Defensive Player of the Year. James Boeheim, Most Improved. Kobe does not make an All-NBA first or second team or third team. So in his sophomore season, Kobe Bryant averages 22.6 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1.1 steals, and 0.4 blocks. The 76ers win the NBA championship, and Jason Kidd tops off his MVP season with a championship and a finals MVP. Hall of Famers Isaiah Thomas and James Worthy. And it does look like we have another lottery pick. We've got, oh my goodness, pick 3 and pick 13. Okay, so we have for sure the 13th pick. We are gonna go from 3 all the way down to pick 5, unfortunately. The 1998 NBA draft. I actually don't know who's in this draft. Pick 1 will go to the Supersonics, and they take Vince Carter. Pick 2 to the Wizards, and they take Mike Bibby. Pick 3, the Rockets take Dirk. Oh my, could you imagine if we had the 3rd pick? Pick 4, Antoine Jameson, and pick 5, Paul Pierce. Oh my gosh. I think you have to take Paul Pierce. We could go Al Harrington, Rafer Alston, Jason Williams, Rashad Lewis, not bad either. I mean, I think you have to go Paul Pierce. I don't think there's another right answer here. Cool. So Kobe gets Paul Pierce in the 98 draft. Rashad Lewis goes to the Spurs. Darius Outlaw, pick 7. The Bulls take Rafer Alston. Al Harrington to the Knicks. I think that's realistic. I know he played for the Knicks. I don't know if they drafted him though. Raif LaFrenz to the Lakers. Larry Hughes to the Cavs. Bonzi Wells to the Raptors. I think we go Jason Williams here at pick 13. Not bad. Definitely time to develop behind Gary Payton. I'm not mad at that. We also have pick 16 where we can get Michael Olowokandi. Katino Mobley's here. Let's see what we can just get for this pick. I'm willing to trade it for future first round picks. Let's just trade the Atlanta Hawks for 99 and 2000. We signed Paul Pierce and Jason Williams. Looks like we just need to sign a backup power forward. And let's just go Stacey King with the minimum again. And that's it. I don't think we should do too much in free agency. We have a lot of very young players that are developing. Kobe has gone up 5 overalls, and at 19, he's a 94. Gary Payton hasn't regressed yet. Hakeem Olajuwon has gone down 2. Jermaine O'Neal jumps 4. Keith Van Horn is up 4, and then we have Paul Pierce. So to go into this season, we got Gary Payton starting at point guard, Kobe, Keith Van Horn, Tim Thomas, Hakeem Olajuwon, Jermaine O'Neal's the 6th man, Scott Skiles, Dale Curry, Paul Pierce is the 9th man in the rotation, Rick Fox, and then Jason Williams. Jason Kidd wins MVP. Antoine Jamison, Rookie of the Year. Muhammad Abdul-Rauf is the 6th man Shaq Defensive Player of the Year, and Antonio McDyess Most Improved Player. Kobe does not make an All-NBA team, and it's looking like we might have ruined Kobe's career we do make the playoffs though. All right, so we do make the playoffs. Kobe is averaging 25.3 this season. Not a lot of help, it looks like, from the rest of the team. Paul Pierce is averaging 10. Jermaine O'Neal is upset. He's outraged. All right, hopefully Hakeem retires so we can make Jermaine O'Neal the starter. We're just gonna have to see. Game 1 goes to the Bucks. We take game 2 though. This is a best of 5 series. They take game 3, and with that, we're into the simulcast. In the first quarter, it looks like it's a tie. The second quarter, we take a small lead. Third quarter, we're expanding the lead. It is a 10-point game in the fourth. 2 minutes to go, and it looks like Charlotte will even up this series. For game 5, let's see what happens here. The Hornets take a lead in the first quarter and give it back in the second. The Bucks are up a decent amount. The Hornets take the lead going into the fourth. With 2 minutes left, it's a 2-point game, and we're gonna see what happens here. Payton brings the ball up the court. He's looking to set the offense. Kobe with the pick. He pops to the 3-point line. They feed Hakeem Olajuwon. Olajuwon guarded by Sean Kemp. Olajuwon pump fake, and it's good. 4-point game. Less than a minute left. They inbound the ball to Grant. Grant brings the ball up the court. He's guarded by Gary Payton. Payton. It's intercepted. Gary Payton has the ball, and he is fouled. Payton will shoot 2 from the free throw line. He shoots his first, and it's good. 5-point game. Payton will shoot his second, and it is good again. 111 to 105. They inbound the ball to Grant. Grant brings the ball up the court. He's looking to score fast. He hits Sean Kemp. Double team Sean Kemp. Out to whoever that is. Out to Pierce. Pierce pump fakes twice. Steps back. Guarded closely by Van Horn, who's got the clamps on him. And Payton with the interception. He's going wide open with the jam, and it looks like the Hornets will make it out of the first round. Kobe has 23 points and 4 assists in this elimination game. And the Hornets have done it. They have made it out of the first round. The first time in Kobe's career. Let's see if they can make a miracle playoff push. All right, so we upset the number 1 seed in the East. And I mean, they had a team with Sean Kemp and Bob Sura. Game 1 goes to the Raptors. Game 2 goes to the Hornets. Game 3 goes to the Hornets. Game 4 to the Hornets. Game 5 to the Raptors. Game 6 to the Raptors. And we have a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference second round. Looks like they take a huge lead in the second quarter, but the Hornets fight back in the third. The Hornets take the lead in the fourth quarter. It's a close game, back and forth. And it looks like the Hornets will be advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. Wow. Kobe's got 19, 2, and 7 in that elimination game. The Hornets will be facing the defending NBA champions led by Jason Kidd. Game 1 goes to the 76ers. Game 2 goes to the Hornets. The Hornets take Game 3. The Sixers tie it up in Game 4. But the Hornets take Game 5. Game 6 to the Sixers. Game 7 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. And the Hornets take the lead in the first quarter. It's back and forth in the second. In the third, they look to extend their lead. It's a close game going into the fourth quarter. The Hornets have a huge lead, and with 2 minutes left, it looks like they will be advancing to the NBA Finals, where they will face the Sacramento Kings led by Joe Smith, Byron Russell. There's a lot of names I don't recognize here. Antonio Daniels. This is going to be a good series. Hakeem Olajuwon is injured though. He's expected to be out 1 to 2 weeks. Kobe in the playoffs is averaging 26.9 points. Game 1 goes to the Hornets. Game 2 to the Hornets. The Kings take Game 3. They take Game 4. And they take Game 5. My goodness. Game 6 of the NBA Finals. We'll take it to simulcast. The Hornets look to take a lead in the first quarter, and the Kings take the lead in the second. But the Hornets dominate the third quarter, and it looks like there will be a Game 7. Every series, the Hornets have had to take it to the final elimination game. They've won every series. Let's see if they can win Game 7. Hornets take a strong lead in the first quarter and dominate the second as well. The Kings fight back a little bit in the third quarter, and it's a 2-point game with 126 seconds left. Bryant, looking to set up the offense, uses the Olajuwon screen with the hezzy, forces delay, misses with the putback dunk, gets his own board. Kobe makes it a 3-point game with a minute left in the game. Paxton has the ball, uses the screen, passes to Miller, who backs down Del Curry with the fadeaway. No good. Rebound by Irving. He puts it up. It's still a 1-point game. Olajuwon inbounds to Scott Skiles. I don't know why Gary Payton isn't in the game. Skiles is looking to set the offense up. He's looking. He hits Del Curry on the wing with 34 seconds left. Del Curry gets it to Kobe. 30 seconds left. Kobe uses the screen by Olajuwon, drives, gives it to Olajuwon, and good. It's 93-90 with 25 seconds left in this game. With the season on the line, the Kings, Theus inbounds to Daniels. Daniels guarded by Kobe. 20 seconds left. They give it to Smith, who gives it to Irving for the easy 2. It's a 1-point game with 16.1 seconds left. Hakeem Olajuwon looks to inbound the ball. He hits Scott Skiles, who's fouled immediately. He'll be shooting 2 from the line to make it a 3-point game. The first one is up. He misses. Oh my goodness, Scott Skiles. The second shot goes up and it's good. It's a 2-point game. Theus inbounds the ball to Paxton with 14 seconds left. Will they take the last shot or they try to score quickly here? We're about to find out. Theus behind the back. He's waiting for the screen. Paxton, fade away, and it's no good. The Hornets are the NBA champions. Oh my goodness. Kobe wins his first ring already. Kobe cannot believe he just won his first ring. Hakeem Olajuwon is there to console him. Wow, the Hornets win the first NBA championship for this franchise, led by Kobe Bryant. This is his third year in the league and he has already won a championship. They did that with Paul Pierce on the bench. Let me go ahead and state that. Paul Pierce was on the bench. What is the camera looking at here? David Stern presents Kobe Bryant the championship. His first one. Kobe wins finals MVP, averaging 23 points per game. The draft lottery, and we have another lottery pick, and this one is from Atlanta. It seems like I'm cheesing. I promise I don't even look at the records when I make these trades, and I don't propose my own trades. All I do is go and do the trade finder, and whatever I like the best, I take. I don't pay attention to, it seems like I'm cheesing. I get it. For the 1999 NBA draft, I actually don't know who's in this. I say that a lot. It's not that I don't know, I forget. So pick 1, Steve Francis to the Trailblazers. Pick 2, Rip Hamilton to the Pistons. The Bulls get Manu Ginobili, so the East is slowly getting stacked here. They get Elton Brand to the Spurs. Baron Davis to the Sonics. Pick 6, Lamar Odom to the Vancouver Grizzlies. Pick 7, Wang Zz to the Jazz. Andre Miller to the Magic. Corey Maggette to the Nets. And we will be here at pick number 12. Sean Marion, not bad. Jason Terry is also here. Kind of want to take Sean Marion, but we already have problems at the small forward right now. Point guard, we're pretty loaded at that position as well. So I think the best thing to do is to trade out. I mean, realistically, if you think about it, I think that's the best move for us. There's no center that looks good. Realistically, I think it'd be fair to go with the Sixers, who we know were Eastern Conference champions. So they're not going to fall off anytime soon, I would imagine. I don't want to cheese and everybody complains that I keep getting lottery picks. But the Sixers take Sean Marion there. So they're just making their team even better. With the 29th pick, I will draft somebody. James Posey is a name I recognize. Not a lot of other names I recognize, so I'm just going to go ahead and take James Posey. Kobe is a 95. Gary Payton actually goes up 1. Keith Van Horn is up 3. Paul Pierce up 4. So the battle between him and Keith Van Horn is going to be interesting. Jermaine O'Neal has gone up, so it looks like he will be starting. Hopefully he changes his relations with us and it becomes good. All right, for the 99-2000 season, we've got Gary Payton, Kobe, Keith Van Horn, Tim Thomas, Hakeem Olajuwon. Paul Pierce is going to be the 6th man. Jermaine O'Neal is here. Jason Williams is going to get minutes. I mean, I love this team right here. The 2000 MVP winner is Kevin Garnett, then followed by Baron Davis, Rookie of the Year. Lionel Simmons, 6th man. Jason Kidd, Defensive Player of the Year. Vince Carter, Most Improved. See if Kobe made an All-NBA team. Not the first, not the second, and he doesn't make an All-NBA third team either. He's averaging 27 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 1.3 steals. Like, his points per game are going up, and for some reason, he is not an MVP candidate. We do get the 2nd seed though, and we face the Cleveland Cavs. We take game 1. They take game 2. They take game 3. What is going on here? So we take it to the simulcast for game 4. It looks like we have a decent lead going into the 4th quarter. Keep it kind of close. Just in case it's an elimination game, I want to show you guys some footage. We forced game 5 though, so it's all gonna be okay. Here we go for game 5 of the first round. Will we get eliminated in the first round? We take a huge lead going into half. It's back and forth going into the 4th quarter. It's 3-point lead. It's very close. If they can cut it to like 1. Okay, 17 seconds left. 1-point game. Wow. Can they hit a game winner on us? They inbound the ball. Jermaine O'Neal is guarding the inbound. Steve Nash is on this team. Okay, no wonder they're so good. Gary Payton is on defense. 10 seconds left. Will We get a stop here. 4 seconds. There's a screen. Gary Payton is on him. Step back. Shoots. He misses. We make it to the second round. In the second round, we will be facing the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals. Jalen Rose, Jason Kidd, Sean Marion. This is a pick that we traded them, actually. So that might come back to haunt us. We'll find out. Game 1 will go to Philadelphia. Game 2 goes back to Charlotte. Game 3 is Charlotte. Game 4, Philly. Game 5 is us. And we make it out of the second round. Who will we be facing in the second round? It's the number 1 seed, Washington Wizards. Wow, this is a team right here. Okay, we might not get past them if I'm going to be honest. Stephon Mulberry, Tracy McGrady, Terry Mills, David Robinson, Mike Bibby, Jason Terry. They are guard dominant. This team is crazy. I don't think we're getting past them. We'll find out. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 back to us. Game 4 is us. And can we make it to the finals? We do. Back-to-back finals appearances by Kobe and the Hornets. We're going to be facing the Denver Nuggets. They've got Kevin Garnett, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Clyde Drexler, Hubert Davis, Tyrone Lue, Juwan Howard, Mark Jackson. This is going to be another tough matchup for us. Game 1 goes to them. Game 2 to the Nuggets. They take game 3 and it's looking like we might get swept in the NBA Finals. We are up in the first. They take a huge lead in the third. Let's see if we can have some fight in the fourth here. 3-point game with a minute 30 left with this season on the line. He's looking to make a move to the basket. He shimmies. Pump fake, it's not there. He pushes anyways. It's a 1-point game with a minute 16 left. They inbound the ball to Clyde Drexler, who brings the ball up the court. He is looking. He hits a cutting Kevin Garnett, who scores over Paul Pierce. Man, it's a 3-point game again. That was too easy. They're going to need to get a stop if they want a chance here. Tim Thomas inbounds the ball to Kobe. Kobe brings the ball up the court. He is guarded by Clyde Drexler. He attacks the basket and he misses with the Kevin Garnett contest. Here he goes. They bring the ball up the court. Kobe with the interception. 45 seconds left, down 3. They need to score fast here. Pump fake. He hits Olajuwon for the jam. 1-point game with 38.2 seconds left. Drexler brings the ball up the court. There's 20 seconds on the play clock. Tim Thomas with the interception. He's bringing the ball up the court. He's looking. Please don't force anything. Gary Payton has the ball now. Set the offense up for the last shot. Kobe backs down KG with the fadeaway. Oh my gosh, it's good off the glass. Kobe. Can they get a stop though? Buford inbounds to Drexler. Drexler guarded closely by Kobe with 12 seconds left on the clock. 10, 9, 8, 7. They hit KG, who misses. Tim Thomas with the rebound. We are going to game 5, it looks like. My, oh my. Kobe with a clutch fadeaway bank shot over KG to take the lead was insane. Here we go. Tim Thomas shoots the first. It's good. Tim Thomas will shoot the second, and it is no good. 2-point game, 2 seconds. They heave it. No good. Game 5, ladies and gentlemen. Will the Hornets be the first team to come back 3-0 in an NBA Finals? Game 5 of the NBA Finals. And the Hornets take a huge lead in the first quarter. They extend it in the first half. It looks like there will be a game 6. The Hornets win by 5 points. Wow. Here we go. Game 6. The Hornets take the lead in the first quarter. They extend it in the second. It's a close game going into the fourth quarter. The Hornets have a 6-point lead. They extend it to 10. It looks like there will be a game 7 unless something crazy happens. And game 7, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to game 7. The Hornets take a lead. The Nuggets looks like they took it back. It's going back and forth. The Hornets have a 9-point lead. In the fourth quarter, they are up by a lot of points here. They inbound the ball and they hit Clyde Drexler, who hits him and goes to Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson guarded closely by the glove. Gary Payton. Garnett on Olajuwon. He misses. Tim Thomas with the rebound. Thomas is bringing the ball up the court. He is looking to chew as much time off left. Then the Charlotte Hornets know that they are probably going to win this. Gary Payton is fouled on the layup. He shoots the first. It's good. He will be shooting the second, and it's no good. It's still 11-point lead with 27 seconds on the clock. Drexler forces it, misses. Olajuwon with the rebound, gets it to Stacey King, who gives it to Gary Payton. And that should be it, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seconds left on the clock. Gary Payton chews the clock. And the Hornets are your back-to-back NBA champions. They've done it. They have won. They've done the impossible. They've come back from 3-0. The first time in NBA history, the Charlotte Hornets have come back and won game number 7. David Stern will be presenting the NBA championship, and he will be giving the trophy to Kobe Bryant. Wow. Kobe has won back-to-back championships in his young career. He's chasing greatness with Michael Jordan. In the finals, Kobe averaged 27.6, 4.4 rebounds, 4.9 assists, and 2 steals a game. I actually think this is a very weak draft. I could be wrong. We have pick 3. All right, the NBA draft. We have the 3rd pick in this draft. The 2000 draft, the Wizards select Kenyon Martin, power forward. Clippers take Stormile Swift. And for the 3rd pick, Hedo Turkoglu. See, it's too many guards and small forwards and stuff. Hedo Turkoglu would be great, but we have Keith Van Horn. They're kind of the same player in this game. Darius Miles, Jamal Crawford, Michael Redd. Maybe Hedo Turkoglu is the move. 6'8". Let's just get Hedo. With this pick, we're going to take Eton Thomas. And with the 29th pick, we will go Mike Miller. You know how many small forwards we have now? This is insane. We could get Deshaun Stevenson too. Let's go Mike Miller. Small forwards, we have a problem. We really do. Keith Van Horn and Paul Pierce are doing so well. It's so hard to decide what we want to do here. My goodness, we have some roster problems for sure. No matter what, Kobe has to come back. Jermaine O'Neal is kind of The thing is that the minute we let go of Jermaine O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon will retire, and then we're going to be without a center. That's the biggest problem. Del Curry, I think we can get him for the minimum, so we'll do that. Stacey King, might as well do the same thing. Yeah, I think we signed Hakeem Olajuwon again. I don't know. Actually, we let Hakeem go and we get Jermaine O'Neal. So we would need a backup center now. No, we don't, because we just signed Eton Thomas. Kobe Bryant is looking to accept the offer for the Magic. We will be taking Kobe's offer here. Jermaine O'Neal, we don't want to renounce his rights. 3 years, $27 million. I think that's deserved. I'm not tripping about that. Jermaine O'Neal is looking at a 4-year, $38 million contract. I say we get Jermaine. He will be our starter now. Our roster is absolutely loaded. The problem is we don't have enough places for all of these players. Gary Payton has regressed. Paul Pierce has caught up with Keith Van Horn. This might be the season that I switch Keith Van Horn over to power forward. It makes sense. He's 6'10", 220. Paul Pierce 6'6". The only problem is we're going to be weak in the rebounding category, I feel like. Gary Payton, Kobe, Paul Pierce, Keith Van Horn, Jermaine O'Neal, Jason Williams, Tim Thomas, Hito Turkoglu. I forgot we have Hito. I love this lineup. I'm not going to lie. I really think we have a chance to go for a three-peat. Kobe Bryant wins his first MVP finally, averaging 29 points. 29.6 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 6.2 assists. Hito wins Rookie of the Year. Sixth man, Philip Ingram. Shaq is Defensive Player of the Year. Corey Maggette, Most Improved. And our coach is Coach of the Year. We finished with 70-12 record. Kobe is hurt, but it's a day-to-day injury. How will that affect our NBA playoff push? Kobe also makes his first All-NBA team, and it's an All-NBA first team. Game 1 versus the Orlando Magic, and we take Game 1. Game 2 goes to us, and we sweep the Orlando Magic, who are led by, looks like, Robert Horry, Alonzo Mourning, and Andre Miller. For the second round, we'll face off against the Sixers. We play the Sixers at least once every playoffs. We're very familiar with this team. Let's see what happens. Game 1 goes to the Sixers. Game 2 goes to the Sixers. Game 3 goes to us. They take game number 4. And with that, our three-peat dreams are on the ropes. Keith Van Horn looks to be suffering a day-to-day injury. Jermaine O'Neal is still really angry with us. We'll take it to the simulcast. You know how this goes. Game 4. The Hornets are down, but it's a tie. They take a huge lead in third, and it looks like we force game 6. Game number 6. Here we go. We take a huge lead in the first quarter. They fight back in the second, and it's back and forth in the third. We have a decent lead going into the fourth. With 2 minutes left, we are up 6, and it looks like there will be a game 7 here. Game 7 in Charlotte. We take a 1-point lead in the first, and we extend it in the second quarter. The third quarter is close. The fourth is looking like we will be advancing to the NBA. We will be advancing to the Eastern Conference Championship, where we face the Washington Wizards, led by Tracy McGrady, this team, every time I see it, it looks insane. Game 1 goes to them. Game 2 goes to us. They take game 3. They take game 4. So, game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. They take a big lead in the first quarter, and we fight back a little bit in the second. It's close. We take a big lead here going into the fourth. With 2 minutes left, it looks like there will be a game 6, and there will be a game 6. Game 6 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. The Hornets take a big lead in the first quarter. They extend it in the second. Can they force a game 7 here? Going into the fourth, they have a pretty good lead, and it looks like there will be a game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Here we go. The Wizards are up, tied in the first. The Hornets take a lead in the second, a big lead. Going into the fourth, they're up by 20. Here we go. Looks like Kobe and the Hornets will make it to the NBA Finals. Here we are. The Hornets versus the Spurs. The Spurs are led by Peja Stojakovic, Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell, Elton Brand, Rashad Lewis. This is a squad right here. Game 1 goes to the Spurs. Game 2 to the Hornets. Game 3 to the Hornets. Game 4 to the Hornets. And for a chance to go back to back to back, the Hornets take a big lead in the first, huge lead in the second, and it's looking like the Hornets will be your 3-time NBA champions. Eton Thomas has checked in the game. Kobe is still out there for whatever reason. Jason Williams brings the ball up the court, 20 seconds left, and then your NBA champions. 11. Wow, they shoot it anyways. Jason Williams hits the 2. Goodrich inbounds to Barros. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Hornets are your NBA champions. Back to back to back years for a three-peat. Kobe gets his first three-peat to match Michael Jordan's three-peat. What an amazing player, an amazing franchise. What a season for the Charlotte Hornets. 3-time NBA champions. Kobe is celebrating standing on the announcer's table. And man, what a season it was. Adam Silver presents the NBA championship to the coach of the Charlotte Hornets. Kobe will be your finals MVP for the 3rd time in 3 years. He caps off his MVP season with an NBA championship and a finals MVP. The draft lottery. We do not have a lottery pick this year. The 2001 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Tony Parker. Pick 2, Pau Gasol to the Sonics. Pick 3, Jason Richardson. Pick 4, Gilbert Arenas. Pick 5, Alvin Jones. Pick 6, Kevin Washburn. Pick 7, Lonnie Baldwin. Pick 8 is traded for Shane Battier. Pick 9, Ken McLeod. And pick 10, Stanley Morris. Pick 24, we'll go Brandon Haywood. Paul Pierce, Jason Williams, and James Posey. Bring them all back. Tim Thomas, Keith Van Horn. Feel like we got to keep those guys too. And for free agency, Gary Payton. Do we go with Gary Payton again? He's getting a little bit older. He is 32, but he is also the best point guard. The other guys that are also good are getting old. So I think Gary Payton is the move. We bring him back, dang, 5 years though. Stacey King to the minimum. Keith Van Horn, 4 years, 41 mil. Okay, go ahead. We'll keep Tim Thomas though. Let's see how they progress. Kobe is a 96. Paul Pierce is now a 90. Keith Van Horn is an 87. Jermaine O'Neal is still angered, but he's an 89. Everyone has kind of gone up except Gary Payton. We've got a really young and good squad here. Kevin Garnett wins MVP. Gilbert Arenas, Rookie of the Year. Sean Marion, Sixth Man of the Year. Jason Kidd, Defensive Player of the Year. Baron Davis, Most Improved. Lou Burton is Coach of the Year. Kobe does not make an All-NBA first team or second team, but he does make an All-NBA third team, averaging 29.2, 4.6 rebounds, 5.6 assists, and 1.5 steals. We are the second seed. We take game 1. They take game 2. We take game number 3. And there's gonna be a game 5. Go into the simulcast. Or game 5, we take a huge lead and it looks like we'll be advancing to the second round. Paul Pierce dropped 58 points that game. What in the world? The second round, we faced the Detroit Pistons led by Bob Sura, Michael Jordan, Vin Baker, and Rip Hamilton. This is pretty decent squad, I'm not gonna lie. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. And we sweep Michael Jordan and the Detroit Pistons. For the Eastern Conference Finals, we play the Washington Wizards again. This is the first time we don't play the Sixers in the playoffs. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to the Wizards. Game 3 to the Wizards. Game 4 to the Hornets. Game 5 to the Hornets. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, we played the Wizards. We take a little lead in the first quarter and we expand it big in the second. We continue to expand and we've got a big lead in the fourth. And it looks like Kobe and the Hornets will be back to the NBA Finals for the 4th time. They face the Denver Nuggets, who have Sharif Abdul-Rahim, KG. It's a finals matchup. Game 1 goes to the Hornets. Game 2 to the Hornets. Game 3, and for the sweep, Can the Hornets do it? Wow, it doesn't look like there will be a game 5, it looks like. They don't get the sweep. We're going into game 6. The Hornets are at home and they take the lead in the first quarter. It's a tie in the second. The third, the Hornets have the lead. It's a close game here. A minute 38, down by 1 point. Can the Hornets win 4 championships back to back? We will find out here. For the layup, and it's good. 2-point game with 55 left. Kobe brings the ball up the court. He is looking. Guarded by Tyronn Lue. Beats his man. Free throw jumper. Good. It's tied up with 48 seconds left. Man, oh man, what a game this is. Here we go. Willis will be the inbounder. He inbounds the ball to Kevin Garnett. KG looks, doesn't use the screen, guarded by Keith Van Horn. Van Horn with the defense, fading, missed. Jermaine O'Neal with the rebound, gets it to Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce brings the ball up the court. He's got Abdul Rahim or Grant Hill on him. It is Grant Hill. Kobe has the ball, uses the Jermaine O'Neal screen with 20 seconds left. Here he goes. He's guarded tightly by Holton. Forces the layup and he's fouled. 16 seconds left. Kobe has 2 shots from the line. The first one is good. The second shot to make it a 2-point lead is good. 98-96. The Nuggets are looking to tie or take the lead here with 16 seconds left. They get the ball to Tyronn Lue. Lue is looking, guarded by Gary Payton. Gary Payton, they're chewing the clock out. They will have the last shot. Tyronn Lue, he hits Kevin Garnett fader. No good. The Hornets are your NBA champions for the 4th time in 4 years. What a dynasty they have cooking. Kobe cannot believe it, for this is his 4th ring. Have won 4 championships. The 2000s have not known an NBA champion, not known the Charlotte Hornets so far. Adam Silver presents the NBA championship trophy to the coach, and Kobe will win his 4th finals MVP in 4 years. What an impressive career already for such a young player. Kobe averaged 31.6 in the finals. All right, we're going to cancel this rebrand to the New Orleans Hornets because there'd be no reason for the Hornets to leave Charlotte with so much success. It doesn't make any sense to do that. The NBA draft is upon us. And with the first overall pick, the Miami Heat take Yao Ming. Pick 2, Drew Gooden. Pick 3, Kobe Magiddy. Pick 4, Jay Williams. Pick 5, Amari Stoudemire. Pick 6, Rob Henry. Pick 7, Caron Butler. Pick 8, Luis Scola. Pick 9 is Rob Watson. And pick 10, Mike Dunleavy. We're going to simulate over here to our pick, and there's not any names that I recognize, actually. Roger Mason, I guess we'll take him. Kevin Garnett is an unrestricted free agent. Got Paul Pierce, who's a restricted free agent, and Jason Williams. Looks like those are the only pieces we need to pick up and bring back. Paul Pierce is accepting an offer from the Hawks, 3 years, $31 million. I think we go and get Paul Pierce back. If anything, we could trade him. Jason Williams, 3 years, 18, and that will be all for us in free agency. I don't like to make a lot of moves in free agency, just especially with our team the way it is. Kobe's a 97, Paul Pierce 92. Keith Van Horn has kind of leveled out and staying at an 87. He averaged 17 points per game. Paul Pierce averaged 21. Let's see, Jermaine O'Neal is a 91. It might be time to move Jermaine O'Neal. Actually, we still have 2 years, so we'll wait till like next season. Everyone else looks good. KG wins MVP and he's now with the Spurs. Yao Ming, Rookie of the Year. Hedo Turkoglu, 6th Man of the Year. Tim Duncan, Defensive Player of the Year. Gilbert Arenas, Most Improved, averaging 29.5 points for the Hawks. And Lou Burton wins Coach of the Year. Kobe does not make an All-NBA first team or second team, but he makes an All-NBA third team, averaging 26.3 points per game. His productivity has dropped off a little bit, but I think that's probably because Paul Pierce has kind of started to ball out. We face the Boston Celtics. We take game 1, and the Celtics are led by Antonio McDyess, looks like Desmond Mason, Steven Jackson, and Earl Boykins. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to the Celtics. Game 4 goes to us. And we take game number 5. Turkoglu is doing a great job of filling in for Paul Pierce. Here we go. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 to us. Game 3. And for the sweep, we do not get the sweep, but we win in game 5. Kobe has 31, 2, and 10 in this game. Here we go. Who will we play in the Eastern Conference Finals? And it looks like it's the Wizards again. They come back 3-1 and win this series versus the Hawks, who are led by Glenn Robinson, Gilbert Arenas, Shane Battier, and Mike. Oh, I thought that was Michael Reed, Drew Gooden, and Zildrunas Ilgauskas. Game 1 goes to the Hornets. Game 2 to the Hornets. Game 3 to the Hornets. And for the sweep, they don't get it. The Wizards win 2 back-to-back, and they force a game 7. What is going on here? Doesn't look like anyone that's too significant is injured. Tim Thomas is out for 2 weeks. Will they get reverse swept? Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and we take a big lead in the first and the first half, and it looks like we will be back in the NBA Finals. In the NBA Finals, we will be facing the San Antonio Spurs, led by Peja, Kevin Garnett, and Elton Brand. Elton Brand will face the Hornets again in the NBA Finals. Game 1 goes to the Hornets. Game 2 to the Hornets. Game 3 to the Hornets. And for the sweep, to make it a 5-peat, it looks like the Hornets will be doing that. They take a huge lead in the first. I mean, they are blowing out the Spurs right now. Jason Williams brings the ball up the court. All he has to do is run out the rest of this clock, and they will be NBA champions for the 5th time in a row. Man, oh man. On a quick side note, Kobe has already won just as many rings as he has in real life with 5 championships, and he's done it consecutively now. You're 5-time NBA champions, the Charlotte Hornets. What an amazing couple of years for this franchise. Adam Silver presents the NBA championship trophy to the coach. Kobe wins his 5th finals MVP. Kobe averaged 32.3 points per game in this finals. 2003 NBA draft. Pick 1, the New York Knicks select LeBron James. Pick 2, Carmelo Anthony to the Wizards. My God, dude. Oh, man. Pick 3, Chris Bosh to the Magic. These are teams that are all in the East. Pick 4, Chris Sweetney. Pick 5, Dwayne Wade to the Lakers. Pick 6, Dusty Gilmore to the Warriors. The Cavs take Chris Kaman, Nick Collison to the Nets, Kirk Heinrich to the Pacers, and Keith Bogans to the Grizzlies. With the 29th pick in the NBA draft, let's see. Darko Milicic. Could get Kendrick Perkins. I think I'm going to trade though, because they said there's 12 offers. We might get lucky and snag someone good. This will also be the year that we look to move Jermaine O'Neal, especially since he's outraged. He's most likely not going to re-sign with us. See, we've got Hito. I mean, the East is so loaded. I don't think the Bulls will be contenders. Let's do that. All right, we have to go all in on getting Kobe Bryant here. So we're just gonna give him the max contract because the simulation ends pretty much when Kobe is gone. Kobe will sign with us, 5-year, $76 million deal. I think we should get a backup center, especially with our intentions to move Jermaine O'Neal this offseason. That makes the most sense. Turkoglu has jumped up 2 points. Jason Williams, no progression. Gary Payton's an 80. Tim Thomas has degressed. I still really like our team. I think we're going to wait till the trade deadline to move Jermaine O'Neal, though. We're going to trade Jermaine O'Neal, however. That is our #1 priority. Looks like we can get the Sixers 04 first-round pick plus a power forward in Glenn Henry. We can get Kurt Thomas in the Cavs first-round pick in 05. We can get it's not bad. We get Alonzo Mourning on a 1-year deal, plus we get the 04 pick. The only reason we're moving Jermaine O'Neal is because he's outraged still after 3 years of being a starter, so he's most likely not going to re-sign with us. So if we don't move Jermaine O'Neal now, we're probably going to lose him anyways. Plus, we get draft capital. In my opinion, is the best move that we can do. Gilbert Arenas wins MVP. LeBron is the Rookie of the Year, and Stephon Marbury 6th Man of the Year. Jason Kidd, Defensive Player of the Year, and Pau Gasol, Most Improved. Lou Burton again wins Coach of the Year. See, Kobe does not make All-NBA first or second or third. All right, doesn't matter. We're going for our 6th championship in a row. We play the Detroit Pistons. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2, we take Game 3, and Game 4 goes to the Pistons. They take Game 5 as well, but we make it. We make it to the second round in Game number 6. James Posey is injured, but everyone else looks to be okay. Gilbert Arenas and the Hawks take Game number 1. We take Game 2 back. They take Game number 3, and they take Game 4. Will this be the year that Kobe and the Hornets are stopped? This is Game 5. The Hornets have a small lead going into the 4th with 2 minutes left, and they have a 5-point lead, 3-point lead, and it looks like there will be another game. Game number 6. Here we go. The Hornets take a big lead in the first quarter and the first half, and it looks like there will be a Game 7. Game 7 versus the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see what happens here. The first quarter dominated by the Hornets. The Hawks win the second quarter, but the Hornets have a pretty big lead going into the 4th, and it looks like they will make the Eastern Conference Finals. Paul Pierce drops 31, 6, and 11. Here we go. The Wizards, who have somehow made the Eastern Conference Finals and then drafted Carmelo Anthony. I don't think we can make it past them this year, if I'm going to be honest. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 to the Wizards. Game 3 to the Wizards. Can the Hornets make it a Game 6? Here we go. The first quarter, the Hornets take a small lead. They extend it in the first half, back and forth in the third, and it is a close game here in the 4th. It's going back and forth. With the minute 44 seconds left, the Hornets are up 4 points. They extend it to 6, 5, and they will make a Game 6 happen here. Game 6. The Hornets are off to a strong first quarter lead, and they extend their lead. Here we go. Going into the 4th, it's a closer game. 3-point game. It's a 5-point game with a minute 30, and the Hornets will make a Game 7. Here we go. This is exciting. This is for Kobe's 6th NBA Finals appearance in 6 years. The Hornets take a lead in the second quarter, and it looks like they will win the Eastern Conference Championships again. They face the Houston Rockets, led by Dirk Nowitzki and Chauncey Billups. How are all these teams happening? Tyson Chandler and Matt Barnes. Dude, there's so many super teams out here. Game 1 goes to the Rockets. Game 2 goes to the Rockets. Game 3 to the Hornets. Game 4 to the Rockets, and we take it to the simulcast. Hornets take a small lead in the first quarter. It's back and forth going into the fourth. The Hornets have a 7-point lead with 4 minutes left and make that 10. It's a 10-point lead with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Let's see if Kobe and the Lakers step back jumper. Good. It's a 113-103 lead. Chauncey Billups has the ball, crosses it over. He's looking, hits Vaughn for 3. No good. Van Horn with the rebound. He brings the ball up the court himself. Down 10 with 1:32. They're running out of time here. Pierce has the ball, gets it to Kobe. Kobe with Chauncey Billups on him. Kobe takes it, runner, good. It's an 8-point game with 1:21. Nowitzki inbounds the ball to Billups. Billups bringing the ball up the court. He is looking to drive. Floater, good. It's a 10-point game with 1:11 left. And it looks like Kobe and the Hornets will not be your NBA champions this year if everything holds. Paul Pierce has the ball. Step back, guarded closely by Matt Barnes. With the runner, and it's good. 8-point game, 57 seconds left. There's still a chance. They need a stop, though. Kobe gets the interception, gets it to James Posey with the lay. 6-point game with 49.8 seconds left in this game. 49.8 seconds left in the game. They inbound it to Allen. Allen shoots, misses. Nowitzki with the rebound, but he's fouled instantly. Nowitzki will shoot 2 from the line. Oh, they had a foul to give. Double team, Dirk. They get it to Allen, kicked out to Billups for 3. No good. Turkoglu has the ball, brings it up the court. It's a 6-point game. They need to score fast. Turkoglu with the dunk. It's a 4-point game with 22.9 seconds left. And the Rockets will call a timeout here. They inbound the ball to Allen, who is fouled instantly. He will shoot the first, and it is good. It's a 5-point game with 22.4 seconds left. The second is also good. Is that 5 seconds? They get it to Kobe at the last second. Kobe, spin move, floater, missed. Trent with the rebound, and that looks like all she wrote for these Hornets this year. We are going to cancel this expansion of the Hornets. Doesn't make sense for Charlotte to have 2 teams, like the city of Charlotte out of all cities, because we ended up staying instead of going to New Orleans. And with the draft lottery, we actually had the 7th overall pick in that Jermaine O'Neal trade. I wonder if we could trade for pick 1. Let's see if the Timberwolves are willing to do that. Timberwolves pick 1. They want Paul Pierce and the 8th pick. That's the only thing that they want. If we trade Paul Pierce, we can draft Dwight Howard. We don't really need Paul Pierce because we have Hedo Turkoglu and Keith Van Horn. Center, however, we have Alonzo Mourning on an expiring contract. Chances are I move Paul Pierce anyways next year. I think we do this. And with the first pick, we take Dwight Howard. The Warriors trade in and they get Andre Iguodala. Pick 3, James Richards. The Lakers fumbled. Pick 4, Mark Starks. Another fumble. Ralph Hart. Hakeem Olajuwon Jr. to the 76ers. Mel Teague. Todd Wennington. Herbert Porter. This is the year of the created players because my goodness. Only two. Okay, this is the first player since Andre Iguodala that's gotten taken. A real player. Devin Harris. Ben Gordon falls to 13. Jameer Nelson 14. Or even Trevor Ariza. Sean Livingston at point guard 6'7". We don't need scoring as much as we need defense. So we're going to get Trevor Ariza. We get Dwight Howard and Trevor Ariza in this draft. Alonzo Mourning accepts his player option. We don't need Brandon Haywood anymore. And Roger Mason will bring back for very cheap. Tim Thomas, we should probably bring him back. Not a lot of good point guards either. I don't want to go with a created player. Sleepy Floyd, welcome to the team. Yeah, we're going to sign Hito. 2 years, 18 mil. I feel like that's not terrible. Keith Van Horn's gone up 1. Turkoglu also gone up 1. We have like way too many centers. Probably look to move Alonzo Mourning and this Darius Outlaw dude. We're actually going to go with this because Kenny Anderson's an 83 overall point guard. Eric Dampier will be okay with being a backup center and his contract's not too much. Because if we went with this, we would have Steve Francis and no backup center. And Steve Francis isn't better than Kenny Anderson at this point in the rebuild. We'll go ahead and do that. Gilbert Arenas wins MVP again, averaging a double-double. Ralph Hart, Rookie of the Year. Michael Redd, Sixth Man. Jason Kidd, Defensive Player of the Year. And Carmelo wins Most Improved Player. Kobe does not make an All-NBA first team or an All-NBA second team, but he does make an All-NBA third team, and he's averaging 26.7 points per game, 4.3 rebounds, 6.9 assists, 1.2 steals, and 0.9 blocks. In the first round of the NBA playoffs, we face the Chicago Bulls. We take game 1. The Bulls are led by Abdul Rahim, and that looks to be it. David West is there. Larry Johnson is still in the league. So game 2 goes to us. Game 3 and for the sweep, and we sweep the Chicago Bulls. The Wizards were eliminated in the first round by the Pacers, and the Pacers have Daniel Marshall, Jamal Crawford, Devin Harris, Eddie Jones, and Kirk Heinrich. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to the Pacers. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 and Game 5, we are back at the Eastern Conference Finals for the 7th time in 7 years, where we face the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks have Ray Allen, Gilbert Arenas, Bob Sura, Shane Battier, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Drew Gooden, and Juwan Howard, it looks like. Dwight Howard is playing with an injury. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 to the Hawks. They take game 3. They take game 4. And for game 5, we take it to the simulcast. They've got a small lead in the fourth quarter, down by 6. Let's see if we can push for a game 6 here with 2 minutes left. It's a 6-point game with 1:46 seconds left. Hits Big Z. Kobe is on him. The double team. And it's good. It's a 6-point lead with 42 seconds left. They get it to Anderson, who brings the ball up the court. Anderson is looking, uses the Turkoglu screen. He's looking, hits Kobe 4-3, and it's good. It's a 4-point game now. 31 seconds left. They foul Arenas immediately. Arenas at the line for 2. The first one is no good. The second one is good. 118 to 113 here in the fourth quarter of the Eastern Conference Finals. Here we go. Down 5 with 29.9 seconds left. Dampier is looking to inbound, gets it to Van Horn, to Anderson. They're running out of time. Van Horn for 3, misses, and Arenas with the rebound. Arenas is fouled immediately. 22 seconds left on the clock. He shoots the first, and he makes it. 22 seconds left. He misses the second. It's a 6-point game. I cannot math right now. I'm pretty sure I said this wrong score 3 different times. Bryant for three. And it's good. Oh my God. Kobe is trying to pull a miracle off. Arenas is fouled instantly. It's a 3-point game. The first one is good. The second one is good. It's a 5-point game with 10 seconds left. Dampier to Anderson. He brings the ball up the court. Gets it to Turkoglu for three. No good. And the Hawks will eliminate the Charlotte Hornets this year in the Eastern Conference Finals. The NBA Finals will have the Atlanta Hawks and the Utah Jazz. The Jazz have Antoine Jamison, Jamal Mashburn, Steve Nash, and Derek Fisher. I think the Hawks win it. I don't think the Jazz even have a chance. And they win 4-1, and Gilbert Arenas is the finals MVP. This year's draft lottery, the Nets are projected number 1, but the Clippers get 1, Bucks 2, Nets 3. The NBA draft, the 2005 draft, the Clippers have the first pick. They take Chris Paul from Wake Forest. With the second pick in the draft, the Bucks take Stanley Winnington. Pick 3, Darian Williams to the Nets. Pick 4, Kenny Red. Pick 5, Gerald Green. Pick 6, Edgar Ingram. Pick 7, Danny Granger to the Supersonics. Pick 8, Jacob Kelly. Pick 9, Eugene Goodwin. And pick 10, Harold Sloan. Charlie Villanueva or Hakeem Warwick would be the right pick here. We could also get Monte Ellis, who is like a complete dog. Could be the point guard of the future. I'm going to go Monte Ellis. And the 28th pick, Charlie Villanueva, is still there. We're either going to get him or we're going to get Ilyasova. I think Villanova is the move though. Villanueva. 6'11" power forward. We don't really need that much more scoring. So in this draft, we did get Monte Ellis and we got Charlie Villanueva. Oh, these are tough free agent signings here. Because at the same time, we should probably keep Keith Van Horn. Jason Williams, I think we should keep him too. He doesn't want that big of a contract. James Posey, I think we can let James Posey walk. Player progression, Kobe has regressed. So has Turkoglu. So has Jason Williams and Kenny Anderson. Monte Ellis, this would be a good time to make Monte Ellis our number 1 guy. The 2006 MVP, Gilbert Arenas, yet again. I think that's 3 in a row by Gilbert. Chris Paul wins Rookie of the Year. Jason Terry, 6th Man of the Year. Jason Kidd, Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's won like 4 now. Kobe does not make an All-NBA first team, but he does make an All-NBA second team, and he is averaging 29 points per game with 7 assists. All right, so in this year's playoffs, we are the 2 seed versus the Pacers. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 to us. Game 3, and for the sweep, we get the sweep versus the Indiana Pacers. We'll be facing the New York Knicks, led by LeBron, Vin Baker, Jay Williams, Manu Ginobili. Game 1 of the second round, we take game 1. We take game 2. We take game 3. And for the sweep, we sweep the New York Knicks. We'll be facing the Washington Wizards in the Eastern Conference Finals. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 to us. We take game 3, and for the sweep, we don't get the sweep. Game 5, and we are back in the NBA Finals. After a 1-year hiatus, we are back in the NBA Finals. We'll be facing the Portland Trailblazers, who have Jason Richardson, Michael Redd, Rolf LaFrenz, Rashad Lewis, Stevie Francis, and Carlos Boozer. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 to the Blazers. We take game 3. Game 4 to the Blazers. Game 5 to us. It looks like Dwight Howard is out for the rest of the season, and so is Hedo Turkoglu. Here we go. Game 6 and a chance to win the NBA championship. We take a huge lead in the first half. Going into the third, we extend it even more. Dampier looks to inbound, gets it to Dwight, gets it to Anderson. He's looking to dribble out the rest of the clock. 15 seconds left. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is all, folks. The Hornets have won the NBA championship here in 2005. And this year's finals MVP will be Kobe Bryant, winning his 6th ring and 6th finals MVP of his career. In the NBA Finals, Kobe averaged 33.5 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, and 8.8 assists. Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning have finally called it quits after 15 and 14 years. In the 06 NBA Draft, the first pick is Andreas Bargnani to the Detroit Pistons. Pick 2 is Kyle Lowry to the Dallas Mavericks. Pick 3 is Paul Millsap to the Timberwolves. Rajon Rondo to the Raptors. Pick 5 is Rudy Gay to the Clippers. Dion Isley. Pick 6, LaMarcus Aldridge to the Spurs. Carl Sanders to the Nuggets. Dick Hansen to the Celtics. And Gordon Law, pick 10 to the Seattle Supersonics. We've got pick 29. I feel like PJ Tucker, you can't go wrong there. Let's go with PJ Tucker. We're going to sign Dwight and Trevor Ariza. Dwight is averaging 14.5 points per game, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1.9 blocks. He's also been injured both seasons. Allen Iverson declines his option. I just need as many people from the East to go to the West as possible. Hedo Turkoglu, I feel like we have to re-sign Hedo. I guess we don't have to because we have Trevor Ariza. Maybe we let go of Eric Dampier and we just go with this Gary Trent guy who fits our system a lot better. Kobe is a 97. Keith Van Horn regresses just a little bit. Dwight is up to an 86 now. We've got a lot of older guys that are kind of regressing here. Monte Ellis is a 75. So hopefully by the time Jason Williams and Kenny Anderson are kind of done, we have Monte Ellis to pick up the slack. Gilbert Arenas wins his 4th MVP. Andreas Bargnani's Rookie of the Year. Jason Terry, 6th man. LeBron, Defensive Player of the Year. And Dwight Howard wins Most Improved Player. No NBA first team for our guys. Dwight, All-NBA 2nd, but he is injured yet again. He has been injury prone. His first 3 seasons, he's been injured. Kobe does not make All-NBA 3rd team. Game 1 versus the Miami Heat, they take it. The Heat have Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming. Wow, they reunited on the Heat in this universe. Game 2 goes to the Heat. Game 3 goes to us. We take game 4. We take game 5 and we win in game 6. Kobe is putting the team on his back, almost getting a triple-double in the elimination game. We will play the Atlanta Hawks with Gilbert Arenas. This is going to be a tough game, tough series for us. But we take game 1. We take game 2. We take game 3, and 4th, we sweep the Atlanta Hawks. It looks like we will be playing the Washington Wizards, and their team is still really stacked. Carmelo, Mike Bibby, a little bit less scary without Tracy McGrady. On paper, are better than us. Game 1, we take game 1. They take game 2. They take game 3. We take game 4. We take game 5, game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and we're going to the simulcast. We take a lead in the first quarter. The first half is ours, and it looks like we have a decent lead in the 4th quarter, and it looks like we will be going back to the NBA Finals for a 2nd time in a row. We face the Houston Rockets, a team that has beaten Kobe in the finals before. Tyson Chandler, Chauncey Billups, Antoine Jameson, Sean Livingston, and Matt Barnes. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. We take game 3 and we're looking to sweep. This is all without Dwight Howard. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. And we take a lead in the first quarter and extend it in the first half. Going into the 4th, we have a pretty comfortable lead, but it's just going to hold on to the ball and end it. For back-to-back years, The Charlotte Hornets will be your NBA champion. Dwight Howard was missing for the majority of these playoffs, and they somehow fought through the strong Eastern Conference. They went through LeBron James and the Knicks, beating Gilbert Arenas and the Atlanta Hawks, and then Carmelo Anthony and the Washington Wizards to make it to the NBA Finals. They sweep the Rockets 4-0, and Kobe does it again. Finals MVP will be Kobe Bryant for the 7th time. He has won Finals MVP. With the first overall pick, the Spurs take Kevin Durant. They reunite two Texas players, LaMarcus Aldridge and KD, in San Antonio. Pick 2 is Greg Oden to the Timberwolves. Pick 3, Norm Simmons. What a fumble by the Raptors. Pick 4, and the Suns take Al Horford. Pick 5 by the Suns again, and they take Jeff Green. Pick 6, Joakim Noah. Pick 7, Mike Conley. Pick 8, AC Law. Pick 9, Rodney Stuckey, and pick 10 is Elton Burks. With the 29th pick in the draft, I think we're going to get Daquan Cook here. I feel like we could let go of Tim Thomas. Tracy McGrady is a free agent. So is Tim Duncan. Go ahead and look at all these players. We've got LeBron restricted, T-Mac, Tim Duncan, Baron Davis, Sean Marion, Ray Allen, Corey Maggette. This is a good free agent class right here. We're pretty set though, so we are probably just gonna sign our backup center and call it a day. All right, Dwight Howard is up to an 87. We won the NBA championship with Dwight missing the whole playoffs pretty much, but he has progressed a lot, averaging a double-double. Keith Van Horn has degressed by 3 points, and Turkoglu is about the same. LeBron James wins his first MVP. Kevin Durant, Rookie of the Year. Andre Miller, Sixth Man of the Year. LeBron, Defensive Player of the Year. LaMarcus Aldridge, Most Improved, and Lou Burton is Coach of the Year. We have no All-NBA first, no All-NBA second, and Kobe makes an All-NBA third team. Kobe is averaging 27.2 points per game at 29 years old. In the first round, we will be facing the Miami Heat. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. They take Game 3. Game 4 goes to us. And Game 5 is ours. Dwight Howard with 35 and 12 in the elimination game. In the second round, we face LeBron James and the New York Knicks. In game number 1, the Knicks take it. In game 2, the Knicks take it. We take game 3. Game 4 is ours. And we take game 5. For an elimination, we eliminate LeBron James and the New York Knicks. Kobe had 39, 7, and 12 in that elimination game. We faced the Orlando Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. They upset the Washington Wizards here. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We take game 1. They take game 2. We take game 3. Game 4 is ours. And for the third time in a row, we make the NBA Finals. We will be facing the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are led by Andre Iguodala, Jason Kidd, Ricky Davis, Zach Martin, and Gerald Wallace. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. They take game 3. They take game 4. Game number 5. And to be NBA champions in 6 games, we take a commanding lead in the first quarter. Going into the fourth quarter, we have a 10-point lead. It's going back and forth. The Warriors have come back. 4-point game with 4 minutes to go. And with 1 minute 51 seconds left, it looks like the Warriors will force a Game 7. Hedo Turkoglu is out for the season. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Here we go into the simulcast. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. The Hornets and the Warriors. The The Hornets take the lead in the first quarter and extend it big in the second into the third. It's a blowout, ladies and gentlemen. 20-point game. And with 17 seconds left, it looks like the Hornets will win their third championship in 3 years. They inbound the ball to Van Horn, who gives it to Anderson. He's looking to just chew out the rest of this clock. And with 8 seconds left, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kobe for 3, and it's good to add insult to injury. The Charlotte Hornets win 3 championships in 3 years. The Charlotte Hornets are presented with the NBA championship yet again, averaging 28.7 points per game in the NBA Finals. He is your Finals MVP. The 2008 NBA Draft, the Nets select Derrick Rose, number 1 pick. Pick 2 is Brian Mason. Pick 3 is Russell Westbrook to the Denver Nuggets. Pick 4, Trevor Crawford. Pick 5, Kevin Love. Pick 6, Goran Dragic to the Pistons. Pick 7 is Eric Gordon. Pick 8, Bill Webb. Pick 9, Danilo Gallinari. And pick 10, Nicholas Batum. Pick 29, what? Serge Ibaka is still there? I feel like Serge Ibaka is definitely the right move here. How did Serge fall to the end of the first round? We will have to sign Kobe again this year. I feel like he's going to regress a lot. He's 37, just in case we need him, I guess. And Dwight and Trevor Ariza. Player progression, Kobe still a 97. Dwight, no progression. Hito Turkoglu, 85. Villanueva has gone up 3 points. And Keith Van Horn looks like he'll be coming off the bench this year for us. This development and regression worked out perfectly in my opinion. Monte Ellis is the highest rated point guard. Jason Williams and Kenny Anderson have degressed by a lot. In 2009, LeBron wins MVP. Derrick Rose, Rookie of the Year. Darren Williams, Sixth Man of the Year. So they have 2 good point guards. LeBron, Defensive Player of the Year, Mike Conley, Most Improved, and Lamar O'Brien is Coach of the Year. Kobe, no All-NBA first, no All-NBA second, and no All-NBA third. Dwight also hasn't made an All-NBA team either, but he makes all defensive second team. Looks like Charlie Villanueva is out for 6 weeks. Kobe is averaging 27 points, 5 rebounds, 7.2 assists, and 1.5 steals at the age of 30. Game 1 goes to New Orleans. We face the Detroit Pistons led by Rip Hamilton, Jalen Rose, Antoine Jameson, Andrea Bargnani. Not a bad team. Game 2. We take game 2. We take game 3, and for the sweep, we sweep the Detroit Pistons. We face off against the Miami Heat. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2, also us. They take game 3. We take game 4, and we advance to the Eastern Conference Finals again 4 times in 4 years. We face LeBron and the New York Knicks. Game 1 goes to us. We take game 2. They take game 3 and game 4. We take game 5 at home and we beat the Knicks in 6. They also have Joakim Noah and Steve Francis. We face the Portland Trailblazers. The Trailblazers have Sean Marion, Michael Redd, Jay Rich, and Shaquille O'Neal. Game 1 goes to the Trailblazers. We take game 2. We take game 3. They take game 4. We take game 5, and to win back to back. I can't remember how many we won in a row at this point. In the fourth quarter, we are down 5 points. Here we go. Down 3 with 1:26 seconds left on the clock. Keith Van Horn will inbound the ball to Kobe. Kobe brings the ball up the court. He's guarded by Michael Redd. Kobe shoots, and it's good. 3-point game. They inbound the ball to Collins. Down 3 with 37 seconds left. Collins, screened by Shaq, gives to Sean Marion. Turnaround. No good. Turkoglu with the rebound gets it to Kobe. Kobe is fouled instantly. Kobe's at the line for two. He has 38 points and 10 rebounds. He shoots the first. It's good. 4-point game. He shoots the second. And it is good. It is a 5-point game. Keith Van Horn will guard the inbound pass. They get it to Marion. It's tipped around, but Marion recovers. Marion on Dwight. Dwight with the defense, with the contest. Goes up again, and it's good. It's a 3-point game with 18.6 seconds left on the clock. Dwight Howard is inbounding the ball. He's probably going to look for Kobe here in the corner. He hits Monte Ellis, and Ellis will shoot two. Monte Ellis shoots his first shot, and it is good. Makes it a 4-point lead. Monte Ellis will shoot his second, and it is no good. 4-point game. Shaq with the rebound. Out to Collins. Collins bringing it up the court. Hits Shaq to Sean Marion with the three, and it's good. 1-point game, 9.9 seconds left. They inbound to Monte Ellis. He will shoot two. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Monte Ellis with the first shot, and it's good. It's a 2-point game. He will shoot his second free throw, and it is good. 3-point game, 8.8 seconds left. Can the Trailblazers tie it with 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, no good. And the Hornets are your NBA champions. My, oh my. What a game by the Hornets. They were tailing late into the fourth, and they come back and win an NBA championship. Dang, what a cool mustache by that coach. The first time that coach has been on our coaching staff, and he wins an NBA championship. The trophy is presented to the coach, and your finals MVP will be Kobe Bryant yet again. He averaged 31.8 in this finals. In the 2009 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavs select Steph Curry, pick 1. Pick 2, Blake Griffin. Pick 3, Ricky Rubio. Pick 4, James Harden will be with Darren Williams and Derrick Rose on the Nets. That's going to be insane. Jeff Teague. We've got DeMar DeRozan to the Kings. Tyreek Evans to the Timberwolves, Darren Collinson to the Hawks, Dale Duncan to the Nuggets, and Tyrone Rowe to the Celtics. Go ahead and simulate to our pick. Taj Gibson, maybe? Let's go Taj Gibson. Player progression, Kobe is still a 97 at 30. Dwight is an 88. Hito is staying at an 86. Trevor Ariza, 79, and then we've got Ibaka, who is up to a 78. Monte Ellis, the same. Keith Van Horn has regressed significantly. So is Eric Dampier. LeBron wins MVP. Steph Curry, Rookie of the Year. Lou Williams, 6-man. LeBron, Defensive Player of the Year. Lou Williams, Most Improved. Coach of the Year is Terry Porter. And no All-NBA first. No All-NBA second, and Kobe makes an All-NBA third team. He's averaging 27.3, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1.5 steals. We have the first seed. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. And Game 4 goes to us. Here we go. Game 1. We take Game 1 versus the Heat. We take Game 2 versus McGrady and the Yao Miami Heat. They take Game number 4 and Game 5, but we take Game 6. Got to check injuries. Kobe is injured, but it's a day-to-day injury. We play the Cleveland Cavs that were the 7th seed, led by Steph Curry, Larry Hughes, Speedy Claxton. This team doesn't, and Chris Kaman. Team doesn't look great. Like on paper, we should beat this team pretty bad. They take Game 1 though. We take Game 2. Let's see if Kobe is healed from his injury, and he is. Game 3. We take Game 3. We take Game 4, and we make the NBA Finals yet again versus the Houston Rockets, led by Mo Williams, Gilbert Arenas, Tyson Chandler, Peja Stojakovic, and Luis Scola. They also have Raif LaFrenz and Corey Brewer. Game 1 goes to the Rockets. Game 2 to the Hornets. Game 3 to the Rockets. They take Game 4. Let's check for injuries. No one is injured. Game 5. Win or go home. The Rockets take a huge lead in the first quarter, but we tie it in the second. It's back and forth in the fourth, and it looks like we have a decent lead. 10 points plus, and we win. We force a game 6. Game 6 here. We take a lead. No, they take the lead in the first quarter. We fight harder in the second. In the third, it's owned by us, and it's a blowout going into the fourth quarter. It's not a blowout, but we will hold on to win this game. Game 7 versus the Houston Rockets, and for the 5-peat. See, they take a lead in the first quarter. We take a lead in the third. It's close, back and forth in the fourth quarter. Here we go. With the minute 27 seconds left, down by 5. Van Horn with the rebound. He brings the ball up the court. He is looking to pass to Dampier, who misses the lay, gets his board, fade away, good. It's a 3-point game with 54 seconds left. Why isn't Kobe in the game? This coach needs to be fired. I don't understand. Arenas with the ball. He will dribble, try to waste as much time as he possibly can. Scola with the screen. They shoots over Dampier, misses. Scola with the board, misses the dunk, no foul. Van Horn brings the ball up the court. He hits Turkoglu, ties the game. 28 seconds left, and he ties the game. Hedo Turkoglu with the tie. Kobe has checked in the game with 28 seconds left. Chandler inbounds to Wagner. Wagner throws a sloppy pass, intercepted by Monte Ellis. Ellis driving. He hits a spin move to Turkoglu, forces the lay, misses. Rebounded by Chandler. Stojakovic brings the ball up. Turkoglu has the ball with 10 seconds left on the clock. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. He hits Monte Ellis, and he misses. The game is going into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. We have overtime in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Kobe drives, stopped by Wagner. He's trying to push him back. Fade away. Good. It's a 2-point lead by the Hornets. No good. Kobe with the rebound. Kobe's pushing the ball up the court. He's guarded by Gilbert Arenas. Hits Ibaka for the jam. 4-point lead. And step back. Passes to Wagner. 4-3. It's good. It's a 1-point game with 2:17 left. Kobe Bryant has the ball. Kobe uses the Dwight screen. He's open. He pulls up for 3. Good. Oh my gosh, what a shot by Kobe. Kobe brings the ball up the court. Oh my God, what a pass to Turkoglu and the slam. Still have a chance. He shoots the second and no good. My goodness, they run out of time though. 108 to 105. Kobe is the finals MVP yet again. Kobe wins finals MVP, averaging 33 points per game in the finals. This year's NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks choose John Wall first overall. Paul George goes to the Atlanta Hawks. The Nets get DeMarcus Cousins. James Harden, DeMarcus Cousins, and Derrick Rose. The Warriors take Michael Turner, and they have pick 5 as well. Pick 5, they go with Gordon Hayward, Lonnie Toscano. Pick 7, Eric Bledsoe, and the Suns take Evan Turner. Pick 9, the Thunder take Tony Wilkins, and pick 10, Avery Bradley. All right, we'll get Bobby as our backup center. Kobe is staying at a 96-97. Dwight Howard has regressed. Hedo Turkoglu down 1. Monte Ellis only up 1 point. Serge Ibaka also only up 1 point. This team it's good, but it's not like anything crazy. We have 2 players in the 80s and 1 Kobe Bryant in the 96. LeBron wins MVP. DeMarcus Cousins Rookie of the Year. Michael Redd, six-man LeBron Defensive Player. Blake Griffin, Most Improved. Lamar Bryant, Coach of the Year. Kobe, no first team, no second team, and no third team. At 32 years old, Kobe has regressed. He's averaging 24.9 points per game, 4.9 assists, 7.8 assists, and 1.3 steals per game. We will be facing the 8th seed Washington Wizards. They take game 1. We take game 2. We take game 3. Game 4 is ours, and game 5 is also ours. We face the Miami Heat. I believe they still have Yao and Tracy McGrady. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 also to us. Game 3, and for the sweep, we sweep the Miami Heat in the second round. We play the Milwaukee Bucks, who are led by Dirk Nowitzki, Marcus Camby, and John Wall. Game 1, we take game 1. We take game 2. We take game 3. And for the sweep, we sweep the Milwaukee Bucks and we face the Spurs. The Spurs have a squad. Jameer Nelson, Kevin Durant, Vince Carter. Game 1. The Spurs take game 1. We take game 2. They take game 3. We take game 4. We take game 5. And for the 6-peat, we take a huge lead in the first half, going into the third quarter. And in the fourth, looks like we again will be NBA champions, and the New Orleans Hornets will win 6 championships in a row. And with that, the Hornets have won 6 games in a row. The Hornets are your NBA champions. Kobe does indeed win Finals MVP. Another trophy for the trophy case for Kobe Bryant. Kobe averaged 26.5 points per game, and he is your Finals MVP. The 2011 NBA Draft, the Timberwolves select Kyrie Irving. Pick 2, Kawhi Leonard. Dude, the Nets have James Harden, DeMarcus Cousins, Kawhi Leonard, and Derrick Rose now. Atlanta Hawks select Klay Thompson. The Warriors select Jonas Valanciunas. Jimmy Butler goes to the Grizzlies. Kemba Walker to the Suns. Bryant Buckner to the Suns. Tristan Thompson to the Bucks. Markieff Morris to the Pistons. Tobias Harris to the Celtics. Pick 29. I like Reggie Jackson a lot. Another dog to add to the point guard room. Hasn't even gone past 90, and he's already 25 years old. He's kind of had like an average NBA career. He's averaged a double-double, don't get me wrong, in the past 5 seasons. Hito is another player we should probably go and get. Okay, Dwight will resign. We get everybody we want. Kobe has gone down 1 overall. He is 32. He's a 95 overall. Dwight goes up 1 finally. Ibaka goes up 2. Monte Ellis is stuck at 79. We've got Pat Bev and Boban both increasing. Russell Westbrook wins MVP. Kyrie Irving Rookie of the Year. Dragic is the 6th man. KG is on the Jazz now, and he wins Defensive Player of the Year. Westbrook Most Improved. Patrick Ewing is the Coach of the Year. Kobe's averaging 22.4 points per game. Dwight Howard is out 4 to 6 weeks, and it looks like Boban is gonna have to step up. Game 1 versus the Pistons. They take game 1. The Pistons have Dragic, Rip Hamilton, Avery Bradley, Andreas Bargnani, Darren Williams, and Antoine Jameson. Game 2 goes to us. They take game 3. They take game 4. In game 5, we get eliminated in the first round. Make it all the way to the NBA Finals as an 8th seed, but Westbrook and the Nuggets win it. Who is on this Nuggets team? Caron Butler, Rodney Stuckey, Tim Duncan, Kyle Korver, Nicholas Batum, Derek Favors, and Jermaine O'Neal. 2012 draft. The Sixers pick Anthony Davis, pick 1. Andre Drummond goes pick 2. Bradley Beal to the Bulls. And then Damian Lillard will meet up with Anthony Davis at the Sixers. That's a crazy combo. Zach Lee, Devin Irving Jr., Juan Thurmond, Draymond Green to 8, PJ Manning. Pick 10, Darnell Howell, and we will skip to our picks. Pick 28, Jeremy Lamb. Not a bad backup, to be honest. Let's go Jeremy Lamb. Player progression. Kobe's gone down 1 point. He's 33 years old. Dwight, Ibaka, Turkoglu, Monte Ellis has... we need a real point guard now. LeBron wins MVP, but he is with the Grizzlies now. Anthony Davis, Rookie of the Year. Joel Ingles, 6-man. LeBron, Defensive Player of the Year. Kemba, Most Improved, and Alexander Crysdale is the Coach of the Year. No All-NBA first or second or third team for the Hornets, but we are the number 2 seed going against the Toronto Raptors. They take game 1. Let's check if we have injuries. Dwight Howard is out again. After we gave Dwight this fat contract, he just cannot stay healthy. Game 2 goes to the Raptors. We take game 3. They take game 4. We take game 5. Do we have some fight? There's a game 7. Let's see what happens here. Take a 1 point lead in the first. We extend it in the half. They blow us out in the third quarter. And it looks like this will be it for our team. We have lost in the first round 2 years in a row. I think we need to move on from Dwight Howard. The Nets win the NBA Finals. Derrick Rose is Finals MVP, but look at this team. How do you not win NBA Finals? Derrick Rose, James Harden, DeMarcus Cousins, and Kawhi Leonard. You even have like Andrew Bogut, Tiago Splitter. Is this Bobby Simmons. I was to say they got Ben Simmons too. Or we can get pick 5 plus Tony Allen for Dwight Howard. Who is in this draft? If we get lucky, this is Jokic's year, but we'll see. This is Giannis, okay? Victor Oladipo, CJ McCollum, New Orleans, Noel, pick 5, Rudy Gobert. That's not bad. He doesn't score, is a defender, and he's younger, so there's a chance that he stays healthy. That's all we need. We just need our big men to stay healthy. We also got Tony Allen, so that's not bad at all. Pick 27. Let's go Trey Burke. Here's Kobe. We got to re-sign him. You already know the deal. He's thrilled with us. Okay, we're good. Kobe has agreed to sign with us. What? Kobe signed with the Clippers. I guess that would be the end of our simulation. All right, well, Kobe's career doesn't finish here. 11-time NBA champion, 15-time All-Star, 1 NBA first, 1 NBA second, 5-time NBA third, and 1 MVP. This is Kobe's career simulation as a Charlotte Hornet, now New Orleans Hornet, now New Orleans Pelicans. So Kobe has left and I can't control the Clippers. I don't want to take over another team. So this will be the end of the video. Sadly, we don't get to see Kobe go off with the championship or anything like that. I might just simulate all the way until Kobe retires and then come back with the recap. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. His final season, he averaged 16.6 points per game. We're going to compare the careers of this Kobe and the legend in our universe, Kobe. In this universe, he has 1 MVP. And in real life, he also has 1 MVP. NBA championships, he has 5 NBA championships. And in this universe, he has 11. In real life, he has 18 All-Stars. In this universe, he has 16. In this universe, he has 7 All-NBA teams. And in real life, he has 15 All-NBA teams. This was a really fun video for me to do. I had a lot of fun doing it. If you enjoyed this type of content, I know it's a shift from my regular content, but I'm going to try to do both. If you enjoyed this, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing, and commenting what NBA simulation you want to see next. And with that, I'm out.